So how are you doing today?
Good.
Good? Okay. So the first thing I want to do is let's go over again what we've been talking about all this time. Do you remember what we call it? We call it sequencing. Sequencing a story using transition words, because when we do that, it puts the story in order, and when it's in order, it makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So just like when you do your morning routine, just like when you do your routine before going to bed, one day when you learn how to do laundry, you'll know how to do the steps to do it first, next, then, and last, right? And here is our list of transition words. So if you want to use the phrases, you can, but otherwise we're using first, next, then, last. Okay?
Do you want a chip?
So,
You can tell me. You tell me.
do you have a pen or a pencil?
Good job. You want a snack. Here.
Jesus.
Get your chip.
All right. So I want you to put your name at the top. Okay, and today's date
You can tell me.
is March 24th, 2012. Do you remember how to write that?
Thank you. There's your snack.
Do you're going to write it in numbers?
24. That's it.
Where do you see it?
Look, right there.
Oh, so that's an abbreviation for March. So if you want, you can write MAR. Or yesterday you did the number 3, because March is the third month of the year. So do 3 and then a slash. And you already did the day, so do another slash. And you can put 2022. Excuse me.
2.
Yeah. So, just to make sure that you have enough room, you can ignore what these say. What I want you to do, because I have a whole nother page here that you can use, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. I want you to write your morning routine when you come to school, just like you did yesterday and the day before, using one of these 4 transition words. Okay? You can use them more than once if you need to.
Okay.
All right? So since we crossed these out, you're going to have to rewrite them in your sentence.
Let's do one more.
Good.
Does that make sense? Okay.
One
So-
more. And then chips. First bead. Put on bead. Look. First bead and then chips.
Put your marker away.
First
Oh,
bead
if
and
he,
then
I told him if he finished that math,
First
he would get another star,
Yeah,
but
he's not done with the math.
push.
it doesn't look like it's happening.
What's color? Color.
2.
Try
School
again.
S.
Try again. I know you want a snack. First bead, then snack.
School SOO.
Just do the best you can with your spelling.
Good job. We're gonna color the pink.
Try to sound it out and just do the best you can. Don't worry about the spelling so much.
O
I'm looking more
H.
good. I'm looking more for a complete sentence and and correct punctuation and using the transition words. Thank you. All right. So now what's the next? What do you do next?
Let's color blue.
Are you a stepper? You have to wait. Shoot.
We're gonna color red too.
Right.
Then you can finish your math. For a star.
box.
Want some more?
Okay.
Then,
Keep going on math. Finish your math, then you can have no. Finish your math first. Math first, superstar.
What? Do you want more?
Math first, then superstar.
No.
Hmm?
Oh, you got
I don't know what I do.
Well, just try to remember, or think about when you come in the morning and you sit down and you said you put your iPad in your box. What do you do then? Do you take anything out of the box?
My morning work.
Yeah, so you can write that.
I take T A take my morning
Good job, Keegan.
and
You can move this chair to get your pen if you need to.
or and
Want more?
wait, what?
You can tell me.
I.
It's in
Where did I go?
Isn't that an I?
No, that's the end.
Okay, so
That
write
was
it here.
supposed to. No, that was supposed to be the
There
I.
you go.
This is an MORN. Just do an. Just
What?
do a dot, do I, and this looks like an N here.
No, I goes in between the other two ends.
Okay, so do it here then. That's okay.
See?
That. Yes, good. That looks like an N. G. Good. Is he okay?
Yeah, just
Oh,
like,
I saw you.
if he was chewing.
Okay.
He's like kind of stuffing.
Did you finish that sentence?
Yeah.
Read that sentence again.
I take my morning work.
Did you write work?
No,
Okay.
W. O. R. Two. Zero.
Okay. And then what do you do?
Zero.
Then what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you all done?
Oh, no.
Sure, you do.
You did good work.
One of us is usually here helping, right?
It's gonna work.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
His name and his stamp pad.
Oh,
Tomorrow it's me.
yes. Wait, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we did, we colored, anything will work.
Then,
So you've taken your morning work out
mhm,
and worked on that.
yeah.
All done.
Well, what happens next?
I take my morning workout, and then I take my math out.
Okay.
Here, you want to see that?
I
You all done?
take my math.
You can go back to your mat.
M
Go.
A S H
How'd you get it?
S out.
It was a thing to sit down.
was all enclosed. It's self-inking.
Yeah.
I take my math out.
Talon, sit up.
Okay.
Like almost
And-
$20, I think.
Sit down.
And then what do you end the morning with?
You lay on your mat.
What do we do as a whole class
Yeah.
after our morning work and stuff and your math? Is it time to eat?
Oh no.
You want your blanket?
Okay, just write down what you think the next thing is that you do. And try to remember the transition words.
Take off. Take it off.
I take a break.
There you go.
I take a
Good job. You can sit down. Sit.
a
Hi, bud.
a
Thanks for working with me.
Good job sounding out those words.
I take a break.
Good. Is there anything else you want to write down?
No.
Okay. That was a great job sounding out those words. So let's see here. Here you wrote, first, I go to school, which is perfect. You use the transition word first. It's a complete sentence. The only thing is you forgot punctuation. Right? Then I put my iPad in my box. I take my morning work. I take my math out. I take a break. So that's in, do you think, does that sound like it's in order?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody came and read this without knowing what your morning routine was, do you think it would make sense to them?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would too. What do you think might be missing that you would remember for next time?
Periods.
Okay, punctuation. Now you did punctuation here and you did it here. So that's really good. You just missed these two. Because I think you did that one is the period there.
Yeah.
So that's not bad at all. Is there anything else you might want to remember to do next time?
No.
So what is this word here?
First.
First. And what's another name that we call it?
Next.
A transition word. But you're right.
I gotta go.
What is next? Is that what is that like this word?
No.
It's not. Is next a transition word?
Yes.
What's another word on here that's a transition word?
Then that.
Good. So next time when tomorrow we do your morning routine sequencing again, do you think you'll remember to use these words?
That's how I see always right.
Okay, I think you will too. You did a great job.
Thank you, Miss Lori.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can evaluate it if we want to, like, sign for.
All right. And you didn't even need that second
When is it, or do you want to
piece of paper.
No.
The annual is not next week.
All right.
It's the first week of April.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if y'all want to,
So
I can do it.
I need to.
I think that would be good.
So yesterday,
I mean, if you feel like
I showed you
do other letters
the book.
Hey,
Do you remember seeing this book yesterday when we
Yeah.
finished yesterday's lesson? Remember, can you read the title for me?
Can you write?
Can you read it out loud?
Feeling.
Nope. This
First.
word, yeah.
First grade blue.
Jitters. First day jitters. And remember you, let's move your jacket over, okay? You used first day jitters. I gave you this visualizing graphic organizer. And based on just seeing the cover of this book, because we hadn't read it yet, and the title, First Day Jitters, you were going to draw a picture of what you think or what you predict might happen in the story, right? Tell me what you drew.
I drew him under his covers because he's scared he doesn't want to go to school.
And because he looks like that's him there on the cover, right?
Underneath.
And what was the other picture you drew?
His cat.
His cat.
On his pillow.
So what do you think is going to happen in this book? What do you predict is going to happen?
He's not gonna go. He's gonna go to school, and he's just gonna stay in the bus.
He's going to stay in the bus and he won't get off the bus.
Yeah.
So you're thinking...
But they're gonna be like, you need to get off the bus to go to school.
Right. I think you're right. Anything else?
No.
No. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and read the story. And I'm going to read it first, okay? And while I'm reading it, I want you to see if you can find any of these 4 transition words. You don't have to write them down, but just to look in your head, say, oh, I see a transition word. Okay?
Okay.
So this is called First Day Jitters by Julie Danbrick. Well, look at that picture. That's a mess, isn't it?
You got a cat and a dog?
It looks like it.
What's that?
I don't know. It looks like a bookmark, maybe? Look, what is he doing there?
He's not under the covers.
Like, you can't see his face anymore, can you?
Because it's under the pillow.
Yeah, he's hiding. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day of school at your new school, do you? Do you hear any transition words?
He doesn't want to go to school.
He doesn't want to go to school.
No.
Did you hear any of our transition words?
No.
You didn't?
First.
Good job. Look at that picture. Look at, what is the dog doing?
Pulling the covers.
Yep, and look at the cat.
He's like, if you pull the covers one more time, I'm gonna hurt you.
That's right. I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade.
Are those his glasses?
I think so.
When he's getting out of bed, you don't put your glasses there, you put them there. If you get out of bed, you're gonna step on them.
And you and I know that, right?
Yeah.
Because why?
We're wearing glasses.
We're wearing glasses. You're
You
right.
know more.
And Omar, that's right. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed.
Fine, how do you know if you hate your new school if you haven't even been there?
That is a great question. You know, there's a lot of people, a lot of kids that don't ask themselves that question. Even my kids don't always ask that. You don't know until you try, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think that is?
His dad.
Oh, yeah? And what does he look? He looks kind of...
Frustrated.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh.
If this kid doesn't get out of bed, I'm gonna carry him out of bed.
That's right. Has that ever happened to you?
No.
No. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. Look at those. Those are a bunch of kids, right?
Yeah. Now look at them.
They're wild.
Yeah, they were good in this picture, now they're wild in this picture.
You know, based on what I just read, it sounds like Mr. Hartwell might think the kids are like this, right?
Yeah,
And this makes me think, what does this make you think of?
they're actually like that.
Yeah.
Because when a teacher walks in, they're all good.
Yeah.
But when a teacher walks out, they're like that.
They're all crazy. And you know that because you're a kid in middle school, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard. And I just hate it. That's all. I think.
Is he holding a desk? Is he picking up a desk?
You know what? These desks, some desks have lids on the top, so you can put your books inside it that way. Some desks have drawers or openings here. But here you guys have those box towers.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is he picking? Is he picking up the thing to hide his face?
No, I think he was picking it up to put a. Well, you know what? Maybe you're right. I don't know. Let's keep reading. Look at this picture. What do you see here?
Police.
Police.
And an old dog.
Oh my gosh. I wonder why would the police be at a school?
They called the police.
Oh, brother. What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. Oh, I see. You see these pieces of paper the kids wrote?
Yeah.
Can you tell what it's written on the top?
Missing song.
Missing, and there's a picture of Sarah. So what do you think? Why do you think the police were called?
See, it's missing from school.
Yeah. And so Mr. Hartwell had said, what will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming.
Yeah.
They'll think she's what?
Missing.
And that's why they call
The police.
That's right. You got it. They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes.
Why is his hand like that? Why does it look like he got it bitten?
Well, what do you see on his wrist?
What?
Uh-huh.
But
And
your hand doesn't go like this when you're wearing a watch. It
maybe...
goes like this.
Oh, well, now I kind of do it like that. Maybe there's different ways of holding your wrist. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, he's got his hand on his hip.
Yeah.
He's not mean. He's meaning business, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's meaning business.
No. What does he look like to you?
He's screaming. If you weren't meaning business, then your mouth will be closed.
Oh, okay. So that's him saying, Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's probably what he's doing, looking at his watch.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. So what did she do first?
Stumbled.
She tumbled out of what?
Bed.
And then what happened? What did she do?
They put on clothes.
What did she do before she put on clothes?
She fell.
Well, out of bed?
Mm-hmm.
But what did she do next? What did she do before she put on clothes?
No.
You can.
She went to the bathroom.
That's right. And then what did she do?
She brushed her teeth.
Yep, I bet she did brush her teeth in the bathroom. And then what did she do? What did she do here?
She threw off her pajamas.
Yep, and to do what? To get...
Dressed. But look, it looks like she still got her pajamas on this picture.
It does a little bit. Maybe she did it on the run. My head hurt, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. And there she is holding her head, right?
Yeah, is that her dad's dog and that's her cat?
Maybe. I don't really know. Because the author, did she tell us about the cat and dog?
No.
No. So we have to infer what that means or who they are. Do you know what infer means?
Yeah.
What?
Guess who they are?
That's exactly right. Nice job. Oh, and look at her lunchbox.
You already made her breakfast.
Yeah, I like that lunchbox. What's that a picture of?
A school bus.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hideous.
It's kind of what?
Hideous. Childish.
Oh, well, but what do you think? She's a student, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just see. Maybe she's not as old as you?
No.
Yeah. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street and she couldn't breathe. Wow, why do you think she couldn't breathe?
Because he was scared.
She was scared about because it was what?
School.
Yeah, and not only that, it was the first day of school.
Why is the cat on the car and the dog's right here?
I don't know. You think the cat will jump off before they drive away?
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, let's look at this picture. Do you see the cat on the car there?
No, the cat probably, when they were driving, maybe she rolled down the window. Maybe the cat climbed down into the window and jumped in.
I didn't think of that. That's a good inference. A good guess.
There's a dog.
Oh, wow. Look at that. We didn't see the dog go in, but you're right. There's the dog.
So the cat must be in there.
Mm-hmm. And this must be what? Where all the kids are going.
Yeah, why does it look like a house?
I don't know. There's all different types, but what is the building?
A school.
The school. And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Let's see.
Is her dad a teacher?
I don't know. We have to see what the book tells us.
Because he sounds like a teacher.
He does a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you see Mrs. Burton, the principal, in this picture?
Right there.
Oh, there she is. Good job. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. Look at that. There she is.
The dog wants to go.
The dog wants to go to school, right?
With her.
That would be fun to have our dogs with us.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd get any work done, though. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. I don't even see Sarah. Do you see her?
No, right there.
Oh, okay.
What's that bag?
Okay.
They don't look nervous at all.
No,
and
those kids.
If she brings her dog, it will get lost.
That's true. I think you're right. The dog would get lost. But you know what? This is probably not these kids' first day.
No.
It might just be Sarah's first day.
They don't look nervous at all. You're
right.
I've done this before. Let's just get this over with.
Right. Do you think you're going to be nervous next year when you're in 8th grade?
No.
No? Well, how come?
Because I won't be that scared because I'm in 7th right now and I know where all my classes are.
There you go. There you go. You could even be excited. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats.
What's that on her back?
It looks like a frog. Maybe a sticker or something? I don't know. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell, your new teacher.
She looks like an adult.
It is an adult. We thought this whole time that the book was talking about a kid, right?
Yeah, but look. It looks like a kid right there.
I know.
But right there, it's not a kid.
So who must have been hiding in the bed covers?
A kid.
No. It was the teacher.
Then why does she have a lunchbox?
Remember when we saw Mr. Hartwell give her the lunchbox? And you said you thought it was a kid's lunchbox?
Yeah.
He was actually giving it to his wife, the teacher. The whole time he was talking about her new job as a teacher at the school. So it's her first day too, but as a teacher.
Then why is she gonna sit at a desk?
Who?
The teacher.
She's not. She's at the front of the room.
You don't introduce new teachers.
That was a big surprise, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Were you expecting that?
No.
I wasn't either. You like that book?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that book too.
Take him in the restroom and check.
So, all right. So we've read the book.
In the restroom. Restroom.
All right, so now I want you to use what's called, well, we're going to do a story element, but first we're going to do another sequencing graphic organizer. So you can write your name up here. All right, and I already wrote the name of the book, First Day Jitters, and the author, Julie Dannenberg. So what I want you to do, remember your transition words.
First, next, then that.
Right. I want you to just write down, like, first, what happened. It doesn't have to be a complete sentence. It can be 2 words.
I thought, okay, when I saw her face,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, looks like a kid.
That's right.
Because those are like kids' hands.
That's right.
But it's actually adult.
That's right. That's right. So, what do you remember? What was the first thing that happened in the story?
She was scared.
Yeah. So why don't you write that? And remember to use your transition words.
First, day, see.